Oh my God, oh my God, oh my holy God. Hi guys, Stephen Apple from Apple Fortune, creating fortunes for the future. We're going to continue a bit of tutorial on trading on the financial market. At the moment I'm using investing.com as my chart, or you can use also TradingView, very great signal and chart provider. And the platform I'm using is... But before we continue our tutorial, do subscribe to my YouTube video. There should be a link below this video also to join VT Market, and of course also join investing.com to get your charting. Or I'm trading on VT Markets. I just wanted to show you results from what it can provide for you, given if you do a lot of practice. Practice is very, very important. Now, let me give you a little bit of my trading history so far. I got $3,479,964. I started this account with $1 million account balance. His history. These are the history so far. These are the profit margin that I have been closing since I've been trading on this platform. And recently, hold on, let me see, what's the date? April the 3rd, when this account was started. So you can see here on the date, only last month. Now the result is quite amazing, but I'll show you the strategy that I've been using to get these sort of results and profits. As you can see, hold on, there's a couple there that I have closed somehow. 72,000 was closed, maybe because it was a loss, 20,000 there. But all the rest has been very, very positive all the way to last night's trading session. Take you there. And this morning's, of course, you can see here on last night's trading, May the 12th. If you have a look back here, it has been very, very productive. Keep an eye on the date here. And the profit margin is no minus. Oh, hold on, there's a few there. A few minuses there. But basically, the result has been absolutely amazing. Like I said, I started this account with $1 million, and it's gone up to now to nearly $3.5 million. Now, you don't want to see the results. You want to see how to capture these modern tools or modern platform to help you generate greater income. Now, you can't just get greater income from these accounts. You've got to really do your homework. There's a lot of homework. There's a lot of practice that goes into it to get the results you want. Because if you don't, the market will come against you. Remember that. Now, there are some incidents with professional traders. They have a bank of trading screens, about 4 to 6. The reason being, they can watch charts, different charts, to give them the best possible chance of gauging or analyzing a particular stock or an asset or pairs to determine where it's going to go into the future, and then make their judgment call of opening their trade. It can be a long-term trade, or it can be a short-term trade, regardless. Very important to have these tools in your arsenal. Now, I use what is called investing.com plus a few other trading platform for signals and their charting process, because each one are different. Now, you may have to pay for some of these services, especially for the tick charts, where the chart is actually showing in seconds. And this particular one here only takes me to see charts up to every minute. It doesn't allow the tick charts that gives you second by second availability of the chart's movement. In order to be able to read these charts, it takes a bit of work, takes a bit of understanding. It takes a lot of practice to understand how the market moves, because the market is moved by all the people around the world buying, selling all the time. And if there's a lot of people buying and selling, you'll see a huge trend movement. Or if there's nobody trading, you'll see this sort of results. And today's time in New Zealand, 2:30, and it looks dead. Now, most of the action comes around about 10 p.m. here in New Zealand, and that's, of course, when the Asian market is really ramping, going on to the European market. And, of course, by about 3 a.m. in the morning in New Zealand, the American markets come alive, and there's plenty of actions. Now, you can stay up late at night, especially if you're near the side of the world like me in New Zealand, to catch the market and enjoy some of these profits. But that's just giving you a little breakdown of what the market is. But to learn these, it's pretty simple. Now, I've used here what is called these signals or guidance, which is called Bollinger Line, and you pick that up from here. Hold on, let me show it to you. Click on this indicator slash, go down the bottom here, and these two outer line and the center line, Bollinger Band. Now, the next one here is MACD. Scroll down to find MACD. These are the signals that I use. MACD, and I've called the stock RSI. And if you scroll down a little bit further, that's where you can find it. Click on it, and it will pop up. Now, if you want to remove these, this X mark there, click on that, and we'll remove it, of course, and this one up here if you don't want them. Now, that gives you a bit of perspective where the market is from these three different signal providers, Bollinger Band, MACD, and RSI. They all got different stages or different way they show how the market's moving. And if you can combine, I'm combining these three to give me an indication where the market is moving. And in this case, I think the market for gold against the USD is going to go up according to these charts. Now, I can make my judgment call of that movement on my trading platform here. Now, in this case, let's have another look at it. Okay, this is down. Now, this blue line and the red line, if you notice, it crisscrosses each other. Now, the blue line is just below the red line, and it's showing, that indicator alone showing the market's going down according to MACD. Now, according to the RSI, the blue line's on the left side, and that suggests it's coming up. So there is a little bit of conflict there. And you wonder both of them moving in the same directions. For example, if the blue line is above the red line with the MACD, then there'll be a great possible chance the market's coming up. But in this case, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to make a trade because there is a little bit of movement of trend. Oh, hold on. It looks like it's coming back down. Now, I'm just holding the finger on my mouse to give me this movement on this chart. Plus, there's a W forming here. And when you see a W, that also suggests it's coming up. It's not always a fact, but there are some simple fact that you can use. As you can see now, the market's moving up slowly. Now, I can wait for it to make my trade on my platform. This should be a minute chart, not 5 minutes. Here we go. That's better. Now, that chart there also corresponds with this chart, as you can see. I wouldn't even bother to trade on this market. It's too low. It's not much of a movement, but I can still make a bit of money from it. It's small movements, increments of profits, of course, but they determine on where the market's move. As you can see now, it's broken past the outer barrier there. That suggests the market's coming up. So we're just going to open up in a position in that respect. I got free volume, free size. Turn that phone off. Now, that's a wrong sort of stance to make that open trade. However, that trade has been made, and that's how simple it is to engage your position or open position anyway. And I'm only using that as a short movement. As soon as it will show some sort of profitability, I'll probably take it. And I'm looking forward now to making a trade of the assets moving down according to the charts. It's all slow movement, small movement, sorry. But according to this, it's broken the outer boundary. That suggests that's going to continue to go up. That's relatively what happens in most cases. But anyway, let's go back to our platform. And I wanted to show you also, I'm going to close some trades here. That's been up on the money. Now we'll have to wait for the market to come back down again a little bit, because these are sell positions. Okay, now it's no good closing my position when the market's up. We'll wait for all of them to come down, then I'll take my profit accordingly. Also, if that's what it looks like. So in this case also, I'm just going to open up another position coming down to catch that small movement. These are just practices, as I said, to help you. These small movement, here's my trade here. These small movement we can capitalize on little profits, not much, but you can capture it even when the market is not really that moving or volatile or, people trading. You can still do so. It is risky, and I wouldn't suggest it, but this is how I've been trading, and it seems to work with me. So you got to find your own mojo. You got to find your own momentum, your own style. And basically, the best styles that I can suggest in these trading platform, find a product that you like. I like gold against the US, and go with that. As you can see, our first trade has made a bit of money there. And just like as we have predicted, of the Bollinger Line, and of course the crossing over of the blue line on top of the red also give us a strong indication that it's going upwards, and I think to this stage it's going to go all the way up to its last high, and those are common sort of trend and ideas we can use or gauge so we can use where the market's going. So I just picked a line from here, then I'm going to draw that line across to give me that indication. And that's where she's going to move up before it will retract. According to historical charts, as you can see here, came down, went back up, hit the trend line or hit the resistance line anyway, and it came back down again. I believe in a short space of time, this is going to move up, hit that same line before it retracts. So we're on a good stretch here. And we look into our trade, and it looks pretty good. The RSI looks like it's coming down. It's hit, as you can see, it's hit the resistance line, all these peaks here. And of course, whenever it hits the resistance line, either it will come down or will stay up there, but still fluctuate. As it moves its overall price higher and higher. It's a strong indication with the MACD. The blue line is above the red, forcing the market up. But I can take my profit now if I want to and wait for it to come down, hit the support line here, and make another trade going up. Okay, so I'm going to take that profit. This is what I wanted to show you, taking profit. Okay, that's a profit taken. Now check my other trades. These are my other open trades. I wouldn't suggest you do this. You should close some of your trades that's out of the money. But because I had a good balance, it had supported all those other trades that was out of the money, that allows me to continue. But in this case, I'm going to open up another trade coming down. That's based on this factor. Now, this has probably hit the resistance line, the MACD. So Stosh RSI has already hit the resistance line. It's coming down. And I think on the next round, this could continue actually. This could continue fluctuating wherever it is, higher and higher. So in that case, I'm going to make another trade going up. I shouldn't close that other trade. And trading sometimes can be a flexible sort of movement of ideas of which way and which direction to go with. It's going to looks like it's continue to go higher, and it's pretty strong, just like if you looked at this trend that came down. And according to the chart that showed this movement, came down, went back up, then you got this big, huge downtrend that was forced by the MACD, shown here by the MACD. But on RSI, it had a different result in its charts format. So in this case, to a certain degree, MACD is showing a higher potentials of accuracy than the RSI. But these are the combinations you can use, the whole three of them, to give you the best result. Now, the results, as I said, is proven in my end result from $1 million here to up to $3 million in a month, just to prove to you that this is a new account. Yes, it's a new account. It started on the 3rd of April with this massive profit margin because it was left to run its course. Now you can do what is called day trading and close your trades as profits are shown, or you can let your trade run its course for whatever duration. But that's called long-term trade, and of course that should be based basically on your chart format and your analysis. Now, I wouldn't look at long-term position on a 1 minute chart. I'll be looking at it probably an hour and above. So you can see on the hour chart, based down here also on the 2nd of May, it had been down, and it's down again here on 2 days, which is the 13th of May. If history is always a pretty good indicator of what's going to happen in the future, I would say that this market is going to continue its upward trend on the long-term haul, which in my case, I'm going to have to close all my downward positions and making sure to trade mostly on the uptrend market. Now, that will be based also, of course, when today's movement of the gold against the UST come down. As you can see, it's still up. When it comes down, hit the support line, both of them. This is a perfect example to make those trades now, because both these are not in conflict with each other. They're all three of them are in line, all at the highest position. They're not like this one here, for example. See, they're in the opposite directions, but they're all in the highest position. That suggests coming down is very strong to a certain position, maybe where the Bollinger line shows here, before it continues its upward trend. Again, that's my analysis of the gold against the UST on the 13th of May 2023. RSI has started to come down, but I think it's going to continue until it hit the resistance. Let's change that to red. There are some, if you want to change the color format, change the color, and you can also change the thickness of your chart so it stands out. And that's giving me my indication. As soon as it hits that line or near it anyway, I'm going to make another trade, pretty strong trade, maybe 30 points of the market coming down. Analysis work helps a great deal, especially now when the blue line crosses the red line. Then that is, of course, a sure way that this market is coming down. I'm going to make another trade anyway, just in case it catches it, because it looks like it's already starting there, coming down. Oh, I'm going to change that. I'm going to make that pretty good. It looks not promising, but it looks real. It will be coming down, and you've got to catch the market in every way possible if you can. I've got plenty of balance there, and the margin, I've got 60,000 free margin. I don't know if it allowed me, but we're going to give it a go. But that's the plan anyway, and I will post the next video regarding this trade. Okay, now the trade that I've just made, we have waited for about at least 5 minutes before we got the result. And here we are, the result at this point of time where it looks like we're going to close the trade. RSI is right down to the support line, MACD still coming down, and it looks like it's going to continue to come all the way down to reach the support line. It's a common trend that this happens. Our trade so far has gone up, our 10 volume trade has gone up to $7,000 in that short space of time. I will be taking these ones out just in case it rebounds earlier. The market can, change dramatically. Sometimes taking early profit is not a bad thing. So I'm going to close some of these sale trades because they're in the profit. It's better to make profits. Bear that in mind. It's better profit than no profit. So even if you're taking profit earlier, it's not the end of it just means you're taking profits. It's better to take profits than no profit. And as you can see, it's starting to rebound. We're going to close these trades and we make money. And of course, looking at our chart, that trend is coming up. So I'm going to open up an upward trend purchase. That's coming up. And of course, that's how simple it is to determine which direction you're going to purchase or open up a trade. I hope I've given you some example, but don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube video and you'll get some more of these hints and ideas to help you trade successfully on the financial market. There should be a link below to join VT Market. Also, join it and open up the demo account. Don't put any money into the system until you can prove to yourself by trading successfully on a demo or the demo account. Then you can opt to invest some more of your real money. Basically, our trade that we did earlier on this video, we took this video earlier on about 2 p.m. New Zealand time, and it's now 5 p.m. And this resistance line that we put up, the price range broke through it and it continues to climb. Now, these are some of the secrets that we can teach you. On your watch list or your chart, you can put these up just as your own personal indicators to give you some sort of reference. Now, this was put up before it actually made a breakthrough. Now, to get this line, you simply click here, pick this line up, paste it on there, and drag it where we want to, up and down. And if you want to move the whole lot, let go of the mouse. If you move the whole lot, come in the middle, let it move it. Basically, all in one hit by the center of your line. But if you want to just shift one end, click on the round circle and you do so. Remove it, click on it, right finger on your mouse, then remove. some basic understanding how to use these tools. Anyway, whenever a price range breaks through the resistance line's been determined by these, drag this back a bit. These are historical events, of course. Now, the resistance line was based on these pointers here, meaning it's been there before. One there, another one here, another one here, and of course here. It could have easily touched the resistance line and continued backward or downtrend. But once it breaks through the resistance line, then you know it's continued the upward trend, and that's where you can make the money because of that reason. Now, waiting for that occurred, as I said, when I made the trade earlier on, around about here, I think 2 p.m. Right about here, and we said something about it might break through or you might return, but it didn't make a breakthrough and it continues to climb. It's just some of the pointers to watch out for when you are tracking a stock. In any case, in this particular case anyway, there's a trend there starting from here, and the common theme sometimes by trader states follow the trend, and that trend has been quite a positive one. There's a trend. Now that trend started from this point, which started here, hits here perhaps, hit there, then it took off. Something to think about when you're watching and determining to take a long stand on a product before you make your open position. The results, of course, as we can see, all the purchases are up on the money. Quite a lot of them actually. And now we're going to close the trade, close and take these profits as the results of following a certain trend, knowing what sort of indicators to use to pinpoint you in the right directions and make a lot of money in your trading platform. But anyway, this is Stephen Afford from Afford Fortune, creating fortunes for the future. We love you. God loves you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.